$300,000 invested. Most people think that once you pass $100,000, investing finally becomes easy. But there is one level that quietly breaks more investors than any other, and it is right around $300,000. Not zero, not 10,000, not even 100,000, 300,000. In this video, I'm going to show you why $300,000 is one of the hardest milestones in investing, why so many people lose momentum right here, and exactly how to push through this phase using simple ETFs. If you are somewhere between your first $100,000 and your first million, this video will save you years. In this video, you're going to learn why progress feels strangely slow around this level, why your motivation drops even though your balance is higher than ever, what actually changes after you break through this stage, and how to build past it using a simple long-term ETF setup inside Fidelity. $300,000 feels like you should already be winning. You are far ahead of most people. You did the hard work. You stayed consistent. But emotionally, it doesn't feel the way you expected. That disconnect is the problem. Let's use real math. If you have $300,000 invested in broad market ETFs, and the market grows about 10% in a normal year, your portfolio grows about $30,000. That sounds incredible. But here is the problem. For most people at this stage, their annual income is still higher than that. Their expenses still feel heavy. Their lifestyle still feels tight. So emotionally, the portfolio does not yet feel like it is carrying weight. Here is something strange. For many investors, reaching $100,000 feels more exciting than reaching $300,000. Why? Because $100,000 is proof. $300,000 feels like work. The novelty is gone. The curve is still not obvious, and the grind starts to feel longer. At this stage, you are no longer a beginner, but you are not yet experiencing true financial momentum. You are in the middle zone. This is where people get bored. This is where people get restless. This is where people start changing things. At around $200,000 to $300,000, people start asking dangerous questions. Should I be more aggressive? Should I add something new? Should I try to grow faster? Should I move into something different? Not because their strategy is broken, but because progress feels slow again. This is one of the worst times to experiment, because you are standing right before the steep part of the curve. The next stage of compounding does not come from new strategies. It comes from staying alive long enough. Most people think compounding becomes powerful at $100,000. It doesn't. It becomes visible, but it does not become dominant yet. At $300,000, compounding is still only partially doing the work. You are still carrying a big part of the growth with your own contributions. Let's be honest. At this level, your account grows, but not fast enough to feel life-changing. And that creates frustration. You are doing everything right, but emotionally you want more confirmation. Here is what almost nobody talks about. Going from $100,000 to $300,000 usually feels slower than going from $300,000 to $600,000. Not because the math is different, but because once you pass this middle stage, your yearly growth starts stacking on itself much faster. Up to this point, your portfolio still depends heavily on your deposits, your raises, your budgeting, your discipline. But after this phase, your portfolio begins to carry much more of the workload. This is where many investors quietly sabotage themselves. They don't quit, they don't panic sell, they slowly redesign their portfolio. They slowly rotate strategies. They slowly add complexity. They break what was working. At $300,000, boring becomes your advantage. Not excitement, not optimization, not creativity. Consistency. Once you move past this middle phase, something very different starts to happen. Your yearly growth starts to feel meaningful compared to your life. Your portfolio begins interacting with real expenses. Your stress begins to drop. Not because you are rich, but because money starts helping. If you invest $1,000 per month and earn long-term market returns, it usually takes about 3 to 5 years to move through this $300,000 zone. If you invest $2,000 per month, it can be closer to 2 to 4 years. This is not a quick phase. This is a patience phase. Most people don't fail early. They fail in the middle. They stop when the grind becomes emotionally quiet. They stop when progress feels less exciting. They stop when the system is actually working. Inside your Fidelity brokerage account, you do not need a new portfolio. You do not need more ETFs. You do not need a new allocation. You need a broad market ETF as your core, optionally an international ETF, optional small growth tilt only if you already understand volatility. And most importantly, you need automation. This is the stage where motivation fades. Automation replaces motivation. Your deposits must happen even when you feel bored, even when the market is quiet, even when nothing feels exciting. $300,000 is not supposed to feel amazing. It is supposed to feel heavy. It is supposed to feel slow. It is the last major test of behavior before compounding becomes your primary engine. If you can stay consistent through this phase, you are no longer building wealth. You are positioning yourself to let wealth build itself. This is the final uncomfortable stretch before the curve finally bends. If you are somewhere near this level and you feel impatient and you feel underwhelmed and you feel like progress should be faster, nothing is broken. You are exactly where real investors are separated from everyone else. $300,000 is not a failure milestone. It is a filter, and if you stay boring long enough, your portfolio will eventually stop feeling like work and start feeling like momentum.